Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Herman Green. CEO of Grace Kennedy, Don Webby, is calling for a national effort to be put behind Grace Kennedy's push to produce corned beef locally. Mr. Webby made the appeal at his company's investor briefing on Monday.
The challenge is that the cost of producing local corned beef because of the supply of local beef is going to be very challenging, and that is what we are trying to work through as a team. What I would say, based on what I have seen in terms of the report, this is going to call for a national effort in terms of production of beef to supply. I was very heartened to hear Norman Grant, a very experienced person in agriculture, basically saying that same fact.
Mr. Webby says he remains determined to produce the product locally. The push came after its supply was interrupted earlier this year by a ban on corned beef imports from Brazil over health concerns. Mr. Webby says corned beef sales have not returned to previous levels as yet, which is affecting its revenues.
And we are still at about 40% of where we were the previous year. We are showing growth in revenue. The corned beef factor really affected us in Jamaica and in the Caribbean. What I'll say is that we have put in place the strategic marketing plans to ensure that we recover in terms of corned beef revenue, and we are seeing over the period that we are in fact recovering in terms of corned beef revenue.
Grace Kennedy sells 70% of the corned beef in the Jamaican market. The Jamaican dollar continues to record gains against the U.S. currency. Today, the U.S. dollar was costing an average $126.63, the lowest that currency has sold for since August 4 last year. The Canadian dollar is costing $100.20. The pound sterling is selling for $166.02, while the euro is going for $147.65. 138 Student Living is reporting that its net profit almost doubled in the 12 months to the end of September. The company filed financials showing profits amounted to nearly $52 million compared to $26 million 1 year ago. And Stationery and Office Supply says its profits rose 61% in the 9 months to the end of September. Profit amounted to $59 million compared to $36 million in the previous year. Now, stock trading ended today with JSE index up more than 407 points, while the junior market index gained more than 11. The winners of the day included 1834 Investments, Caribbean Cream, Consolidated Bakeries, Jetcon, Main Event Entertainment, NCB Financial Group, and Scotia Group. On the losing end were Barita Investments, Express Catering, Jamaica Broilers, JMMB Group, Pan Jam, Sagicor Group, and T-Tech. And that's the Business Day. I'm Herman Green. Good evening.